Greetings and salutations, viewers, to Zai Geekers, coming to you with a new TV show review of the first episode of Kamen Rider Zero-One. I am a huge tokusatsu fan, which is Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, Metal Heroes, Godzilla, all the big things out of Japan. But this is the first of the Reiwa, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, era of Kamen Riders. You had the first two eras was the Showa and the Heisei, and now with the new emperor being called the Reiwa era in Japan, this is the first of that series. Fantastic show so far, and that's just the first episode. The little synopsis, I'm going to read the plot here off of the Kamen Rider Wiki so you can understand what's going on, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. The plot. Japan has entered a new era. Hidden Intelligence, the leading company in the field of artificial intelligence, has developed a way to utilize AI in human form known as Humagear. They're no different from human beings, have become a staple in both public and private life. However, a terrorist organization known as, and I am going to butcher this name completely, Metsubojinrai.net. I hope I pronounced it right. If not, I am sorry, anybody from Japan. I am extremely sorry. Has hacked into several of these human gears, turning them in against society for the sake of eliminating humanity. And after to combat this, the government has established an artificial intelligence military squad known as AIMS. Gee! Where have we heard AIMS before? To destroy these sabotage human gear. Meanwhile, a failed stage comedian by the name of Aruto Hayden has suddenly been appointed the chairman of Hidden Intelligence. Hayden Intelligence. It's Hayden, not Hidden. Hayden Intelligence. So his name is Aruto Hayden. Has suddenly been appointed the chairman of Hayden Intelligence after his grandfather's death. Although he was initially uninterested, he witnessed firsthand of a terrorist attack by the Metsubojinrai.net, and decided to fight as Kamen Rider Zero-One for the sake of keeping up appearances as chairman. From here on out, an explosive war has begun between Aruto, Metsubojinrai.net, and AIMS. Now, we only got to see the first Kamen Rider. We did see the secondary Henshin device, but we did not see the secondary rider. We probably won't see him until the next episode, because this show will have 5 Kamen Riders, which is basically, I feel, I think they're taking a lot from the Heisei era with certain shows, because Kamen Rider Kabuto had 5. You had Kabuto, Gatak, Sasord, the Bee, Drake, Punch Hopper, and Kick Hopper. As you had 7 riders in this series. This one you're going to have 5. Wouldn't be surprised if we get more. Wouldn't be surprised if we get some Heisei era riders to show up. Maybe even Zero-One or Zio from the last season. But Kamen Rider Zero-One has a very simplistic design, which I feel is in what they done with the very first season of the new eras. The first one being in the show was Kamen Rider 1, and he was looked like a man wearing a grasshopper costume. Then you had Agito. Kugo was the first. Agito was the second. Kugo was the first. Kugo, very simplistic, almost looked like an update from the original. And then you have Zero-One, who basically is a grasshopper. His device is Grasshopper. Now, I think Toei, which is the company that produces a lot of the tokusatsu, knows that there are a lot of American fans. Because this belt, this device, has a, I'm going to say, an English voiced, or when I mean English, I mean the language that comes out of the belt. It's all English, which is also could be that Japan is also really strong in teaching English to their children in school, because that way they could to be multicultural. And so when he activates his device, Grasshopper combat ready. It pops in the device, and what I love is Kamen Riders are known to their final attack is to be what's called a rider kick. Zero-One, when he activates the belt, it says a jump into the sky, turns into a rider kick, which to me, I just absolutely freaking loved. The overall look of the show, to me so far, this is just the first episode, I feel it has going to have promise. Zeo, the last series, the first couple episodes, I'm like, is this what's going to be? He's supposed to become an evil character, yet he's really a happy-go-lucky character. But as it progressed, it really showed the growth of character. I hope this is what's going to happen with Zero-One, that you see the main lead grow as a character, grow into the role as the Kamen Rider. I hope, I really do, because it's going to be awesome to see this series. The suit itself, I believe, is also designed for blacklight, because there's a episode, where you go from a commercial where you have him walking into a blacklit room, and the yellow in the suit is actually growing, and he comes with his motorcycle. So I'm really looking forward to that. Some updates to what's going to happen. Here are the names of the riders that you're going to see in the show. We don't see the next four. We just see Zero-One. We saw the device transformation for Kamen Rider Vulcan. You have Kamen Rider Valkyrie, which I believe is going to be the first, the first main rider that's female. I'm going to say there's a main rider and then support riders, but this is the first time since I've been watching, that you had in the first part of Kamen Rider, a female rider. I know, what was it? I know O's did female riders. I know Kiva, Kamen Rider Kiva, you had the two main female leads become riders, but I believe they became riders in a movie and not the actual series. Decade did it, but there again, it was a movie. I think Ryuki did it, but it was a movie. I do know that in Kamen Rider X-Aid, you had basically two female riders. I say basically two female riders. You had Poppy, which she became Kamen Rider Poppy. And then you had the one character, but hers was part of the Game Gear. But hers was, the way she did it, she put stickers and stuff on her, the base suit, that whenever she transformed, it stayed that way. So it became a base suit, but with her own style, which I thought was really cool. So you have Kamen Rider Zero-One, Vulcan, Valkyrie, Kamen Rider Horobi, and Kamen Rider Jin, which I think Horobi and Jin actually might be villain riders. Yeah, they might be villain riders. Yeah, Horobi and Jin are part of the Metsuzuri-Jinrai.net. So you're going to have 3 hero riders, 2 villain riders. their names aren't basically named. They're just going by their characters' names right now. They haven't really given them names. So we're going to have villain riders in this one. So I'm really looking forward to that. Overall, Kamen Rider Zero-One to me is going to be a fantastic series. I can't wait to see what goes more into it. One of the main things I like is when you see a rider get a power-up. I can't wait to see what the power-ups are going to look like. But from that being said, Kamen Rider Zero-One, I have high hopes for you. I am a Geekers. This has been my review of Kamen Rider Zero-One, Episode 1, which is named, what I like, I am the President and a Kamen Rider. I like that. So, until then, I shall catch you all next time.